Hey guys, it's Erica, otherwise known as Katsuni Ai. I'm sick right now, so forgive the harshness of my voice and my stuffy nose. Um, I've had a few people come up to me wanting to be my students, and so I'm just going to start doing a video series because it's better to explain with a visual image and my voice other than words on a paper. Words on the screen. I just want to explain for my first part of what I'm going to do for my video series is shielding from your thoughts and your empathetic ways from other people's emotions. It can get very overwhelming sometimes, and I just like to. Sometimes I experiment with it. I test it out, envelop the feeling, but I also have a strong mind and have been doing this for a really long time. Um, some people just they can't handle it, so this is a way that I do to shield my thoughts from theirs, or mainly from to shield their emotions from mine. If you start to feel a sudden emotion and you know that it's from the other person, what you can do is kind of you're sitting there and you focus, and then in your mind you capture that emotion, sort of like a little like a bubble catcher. You're gonna catch that bubble of emotion, and then you're gonna pull it away from your emotion. You need to be able to visualize this very well. Don't just imagine it, you have to feel it as well as see it in your mind. So you've got this person's emotion that's next to you. Let's say this person is upset because this this person is close to them and they just broke up with their girlfriend, and you can feel their sadness and regret, and they're just in a bad mood. And you start feeling that their waves keep going off into you, and you you start to feel that as your own. You start feeling guilt and bad feelings, and you realize you start to think, why am I upset? It's his fault. It's his girlfriend, not mine. Why am I feeling remorse over this? Why am I starting to feel sad? That's because you're feeling their emotion. And what you gotta do is push that emotion out of you. Take it in solitude from the others. Um, Once you start to feel that ebb away, that know what you're doing right. Memorize that feeling in your head, and then you can soon start to master that feeling. As you start to push it away, I feel tingly in my head. Usually I can feel something in my third eye, just because I have a very active third eye. Um, Once you do that, you just kind of memorize that feeling, and next time, you probably won't be able to do it the first time if you are unexperienced. This is mainly for beginners. I'm not going to do my lesson series on beginners because I don't know how to explain how to do chakra meditation, energy manipulation. I'm going to do a series over that too, but I've got this requested by some people, and I just feel like it's going to be a good help if you're trying to shield the other person's emotion. Let's try a harder emotion to conquer. Anger. It's a very high in energy. It's very chaotic, very out of control, very, very hard to control. If you can control your anger, then you have good self-discipline, and this should be a piece of cake. Um, let's say we're talking to the girl now. She's angry. She is pissed off. This boy, she finds out the boy was cheating on her, and now she wants to go fucking kill him. Okay? We got jealous girlfriend on our hands. And she's very angry, and you start to feel angry for her, and you're not even friends with these people, you just know them. Uh, because I can understand how you'd be angry if you're close to them. But if you're not really close to them, it's just a friend of a friend or an acquaintance or someone you kind of know, and you start to you feel that rage boil inside of you, and you just imagine you beating this other girl up. Uh, that's not your emotion. Um, I deal with these kind of things on a daily basis, not even like the severe of emotion, just slight emotion waves from people around me. It's just because my mind is tuned on the frequency of emotional pain. It's motion, energy, frequency, all of it's the same. My mind is just more tuned to that. In order to push that anger out, you have to push it down. Anger is a little bit more different than sadness because sadness is just kind of calm. It doesn't really want to resist. Anger, it's got a lot of strength in it. You have to push it down up out of your mind, out of your energy lines, out of your chakra. Just kind of visualize your mind as this giant force pushing it down. I kind of feel it like a magnetic wave. You know, when you get two magnets, you get opposite sides, and or was it the same sides, and they start pushing against each other. They don't want to touch. That's kind of like not really that much, but that's how I kind of feel it in my mind. Um, you're gonna get that, and you're gonna push it out. You're gonna push it out, kind of calm it down. Kind of like you quell your own anger. But now you're dealing with somebody else's anger, and it's lodged into you, it's in your energy frame, so instead of just pushing it out of your own heart, you have to push it out of your energy lines. And you feel it like, kind of like adrenaline, just pushing out of your body, pushing out, and you push it out of your body. You know, when you get really high adrenaline, and you just feel it in your arms. I don't know if you understand that, but people I've talked to, they do. Those are simple ways what you can use from a less energy point of view. You can count to 10. And some people are like, count to 10, you're a psychiatrist, or that's dumb, it's never going to work. It does. It does. If you're feeling, especially with your own anger, if you're having problems controlling your emotions, then you definitely do not need to be feeling other people's emotions. Word of the wise, if you're trying to shield other people's emotions off, you're going to have to cut your emotions off. You're going to have to be able to separate them. That way, if you want to analyze your emotions separate from theirs, or if you want to analyze their emotions separate from yours, you have to be able to separate them. All of this takes time, practice, dedication. You can't just expect to do it once and you're going to be able to do it the next time. Sometimes you won't be able to do it. Your mind's too tired, your body's too tired. Their emotions just too overwhelming, or you're surrounded by other people, you're distracted. You're not going to be able to fend them off each and every time. I know with me, it's very difficult to go into crowds. I have high crowd anxiety mainly for this reason. Also because my nose is sensitive and I don't like the smell of humans, stench, body odor. It's gross. Especially when you're in a group crowded around, there's no escape. That's just crowd anxiety. But also because I'm just feeling several emotions wave over me as people are passing by. And it's hard to distinguish which is mine. So I just kind of put up an energy barrier around me. This is good for if you're in a very crowded, it's not just on solo, like with a girl and boy. Hypothetically, of course. Okay, so with shielding, in crowds, let's say you go to a big church, you're going to Disneyland. I had a really bad experience in Disneyland. Not going back. And this was all like 3-4 years ago. um, you're in crowds, you start feeling their emotions, just overwhelming. I do not like it at all. My dad's starting to worry that I'm going to be an introvert when I grow up, and of course he has no idea about this. So why not put it on the internet? But, okay, so when you're in big crowds, and you can't help it, what you can do is, if you've experimented with energy fields before, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, this will be very confusing for you, and I don't really know how to explain it any other way. Um, is if you're sitting or you're standing, it does not matter. You just focus on your aura and push it out. Pretty much. I mean, I've done spells to where you have to put a field of a field around you, fill it with white, which represents like something, and then around that put gold, which represents something, then around that put purple, which represents something. If you've done that, then this will be similar. You're just going to take your aura. You have to have a sense of your aura, a sense of energy, which is why I'm telling you that I cannot teach basics because I skipped basics. There are no basics. It's just whatever you have, what you know, because I already do grounding, centering, um, how to manipulate energy before I even learned about all of this. It's just I gotta do it without the name. Um, what you can do with your energy is you push it out from your body. So it's like imagine a bubble around you of your aura, your color. Um, I see everything in color, emotions, voices, people. Kind of like a reverse colorblind. You know, you see everything in black and white, but all I see everything in color. Um, what you can do is you push out your aura, and you should be separated from them. It's like a force field of your own energy. That's the best way I can explain it, and it works for me. That's how I do it because I go to a very large uh, church, and it's surrounded by a lot of people, and I wouldn't be able to walk in and out of there if I wasn't focused on my energy at all times. Um, if you are an empath and you can understand how difficult it is living like this every day, and it's not your choice. For some people, you can learn how to be an empath, and I'm probably going to do a couple videos on that. If anyone wants me to, I'm not going to do it if you don't want me to. If you want me to, then mail me on the site. My name is Kitsune, EI, Priestess of Acquaintance with Darkness. I think you could write on YouTube, you could comment on the video, and I would love to get requests for videos, and I'll see how I can help you best. So this is it. So this is it for tonight. You guys have a good one.